Can you hear me
Yes.
now?
I'm just trying to hear the octaves of my voice.
Just trying to hear the octaves.
I might
Because
go in
Jerry
low and slow.
is trying to take over the opening of the show. And welcome to Crashing Game Night. This is Matthew Ario. That was the Beanied one trying to take over the opening of the show by trying to hear himself talk.
I don't know if that was super creepy or like sultry.
I was just saying. I wanted to say hello to all of my nerds, and I was going to go low and slow. Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
That just sounded dirty. That just sounded dirty, sir. We don't need that.
And really, do we really need to talk about that with what we're gonna talk about tonight?
Man,
my
goodness.
And as always, we're joined by the babyface Theo Walski.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello.
And lastly, the man with the couch, the lion's mane.
Hello, Mr.
Jason Valerio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going? Big news update. I need to turn my head this way. Take my.
Oh no!
What?
The mane is gone.
What the heck?
Dare you, sir?
Look at that. Sir.
Oh my gosh!
How dare you?
I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel.
When's the last time you saw the back of my neck? You know, like
Okay, actually, the last time I saw the back of your neck was when you got married.
Yeah. No, it's like,
how does it feel to drop 20 pounds?
Oh. You know, it was quite the experience, but I was able to go back to the barber, and I was like, you know what?
Nice, man.
That shit, and then gotta get that line up on the beard.
Okay. How did you get your wife to agree to it?
She was like, yeah, you know, that's a good idea. And then she
I don't know if I agree with it. This is weird. It's weird. Like,
if you want to make him feel better, why don't you just take off the beanie and let the hair out?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Let it out.
Let it out. Oh, see, that's where my hair went.
Shake it out.
That's where my hair went. Ladies and gentlemen.
Right there.
But yeah, it is it's a lot more free.
Okay. Okay, I'm good.
So
Beanie's good.
Naked?
Beanie's good. Huh? It felt weird.
Naked?
It felt weird.
Okay.
You felt naked. So how's everyone's week been?
I don't want to talk about my week.
Oh man,
don't even want to.
Oh really?
You want to trade? You want to trade more stories?
Mine wasn't.
Mine's been shit.
Mine was.
You had the outage today. Mine's been every day so far.
Which
I'm hoping for a Friday it would be.
I
okay.
am hoping to the world out there that we don't have another global, worldwide internet outage while we're streaming. Yeah, that was fun today. So there's a
what was that about? Yeah, like
one of the Alchemy, who is one of the DNS providers for the global internet. They have accounts like PlayStation and UPS and FedEx and stuff like that. Well, they were doing a upgrade, and apparently it induced a bug. It activated a bug in their code.
Nice.
And it dropped their DNS. So
Smart.
it dropped the entire world's like internet, like half of it. Like we're talking banks. It was only down for about 30-45 minutes.
Oh,
but
not
still,
too crazy.
That's huge.
Pretty a lot.
Yeah,
when you
still,
I mean, I instantly get bored within that first 2 minutes of no internet.
Well, okay, but in fairness, though, you're like look at kitty sometimes. So, you know. But no, it was that made my day, and then the rest of the week's been kind of fun too. So
nice. Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, at least it wasn't like an hour plus. You know, like it's kind of a significant amount, but not like, oh man, like
the world's internet was down because that includes like
phones
ISPs,
too. Like a lot of businesses do voice over IP, so you're down. Like you got no communication.
You had internet service providers in India and the Philippines and everything that were all down too at the same time. So it was all like, let me put it this way: Down Detector was a very nice shade of red, and it looked like the Rocky Mountains. Just went boop. Theo, why has your week been bad? Do we even know?
It's one of those weeks when you're constantly trying to do something at every possible angle you can possibly do, and it doesn't work.
Ooh,
so it's this relentless
that's rough
thing over and over again, while you still have other things like just badgering at you nonstop for 8 hours a day. So yeah, that's my week. At least I get to leave next week for my tournament.
Right.
There you go. Attaboy.
So first and foremost, I want to start this off by thanking those that have actually donated a little bit to our little fundraiser that's going on our front Twitch page for Able Gamers. Our initial goal was just $100 because we're not, constantly streaming. It's just, our weekly podcast at this point, but we have $30 of that 100.
Yeah.
So we're about just shy of a 30%. Third of the way along. So,
ain't nothing wrong with 30%.
Exactly.
Absolutely not. So thank you to those who donated. I do know who donated. I'm not going to really say any names or anything, but Newman. Newman is helpful.
Just calling them out like that. Hey, super hard.
At all.
I've
no favorites here.
I've kicked in as well. It is a great cause. So for those that are listen to the audio feed, head over to twitch.tv/crashing game night and go donate, because Able Gamers is a great cause.
Yes.
So it is, any little bit helps them along the ways. Now also too is we would be remiss if we did not talk about the return of COVID. Now did it ever really go away? But no. We at the end of our show always talk about getting vaccinated and everything. Now it is more paramount,
guys, come on,
because right now you've got LA, San Francisco is talking about it, but the mask mandate has returned, and the mask mandates are actually looking at being returned in a lot of different places. Unfortunately, here in Arizona this week, our lovely governor signed an executive order that banned municipalities, school districts, and everything from imposing mask mandates, even as cases start to increase here in Arizona, kind of down in the area we're at. They topped 1,000 a day just this week.
That's insane.
And here's the numbers, is that as of right now, 99% of the deaths the US is seeing right now are all due to unvaccinated. So guys, we were doing so well. Once we hit the vaccines, things were returning kind of back to normal. It was kind of really nice to do.
Yeah.
But in that, those that were unvaccinated decided, hey, they don't get to wear masks, so why should I have to? And they started wearing, not wearing their masks like they're supposed to still. CDC guidelines still state that if you're not vaccinated, wear your mask.
Come on, guys.
So,
I'm pretty sure those same people didn't wear masks when they were mandated,
which
with or without a vaccination.
That was the argument by the governor of Arizona, is that he was like, well, you know what? They didn't wear masks and go get vaccinated anyways. And that's the only ones who wore masks and got vaccinated are the ones that supported both.
Right.
But at the same time, guys, a life is a life. We shouldn't be losing any more people to this. I saw an article where, a doctor was out in the Midwest was talking about how some of the last words that her patients are saying to her right before she intubates them is, give me the vaccine.
Yeah.
Her response is, it's too late.
It's a little late for that.
And it's just, I'm tired of hearing the argument about it, guys. Let's just go get it done, guys.
Yeah.
I think as a nation, even as a world too, because there's still places that are struggling with COVID. They don't have access to the vaccine like we do.
Yeah.
So let's man up. Let's go get the vaccine and get back to normal, because at this point we could go right back into an economic depression or worse, because people don't want to wear their masks,
right,
or go get the vaccine. Either one.
Vaccine, yeah.
So because of that, for our trip to LA that unfortunately Theo's gonna bail on us and go do some silly archery tournament in.
Hey, it does not count as bailing since I've had that scheduled for quite some time.
Yeah, no,
it's
that
still
makes
bailing.
sense.
It's still bailing.
No, it's not bailing. Not bailing.
But
I count that as your guys' strategic planning.
Strategery.
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 I'm not on call that weekend, so but because Jerry and I are gonna be going to LA, we're gonna go see our boy there.
What's up?
The Cub, Jason Belidio.
The Cub, get out of here.
The Cub, I like it. Oh, we got a new one. The little Cub.
Now I just picture Jason being held up by a monkey like Simba.
Thank you.
Fully picturing that Pride Rock
First
and
of all,
everything.
First of all, could you imagine? You're gonna be he's getting presented, and Jason's like, "How's it going, guys? How's it going?"
With glasses and beard and everything, but just the little bald head.
Oh my god, that's so good.
For our trip, I ordered new masks.
Nice.
Because there's a mask mandate in LA, so you know what?
I still carry a mask everywhere I go. Doesn't matter that
I still have them in my car.
I just wear it.
Yeah.
I just have it in my pocket. If anybody asks me to put one on, I got no problem with it.
Well, on the flip side too is that my wife and I have talked about it, is we may, when I go to shopping at Target and stuff like that, because of down here the cases rising, I may go back to wearing a mask for a little while when I go in public places. As much as I don't want to, but it's for, I hate to say it, guys, it's for the safety of my family.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
It's a courtesy. It's a courtesy. Even people need to be kind to each other.
I am still I am fully vaccinated. My wife is too, but anytime we're in a public place, we still wear masks. It's just one. My wife made some pretty cool masks with the Crown Royal bags, but two,
nice. There you go.
Sweet. But two, it's just it's kind of common courtesy to just be like, dude, I don't want to be breathing on you, and you don't want to be breathing on me, and even people can be silent carriers. It's very, very common. That's how people are still getting it to this day. And they're like, oh, I'm not sick at all, or I don't have run a fever, but oh yeah, I had a small cough, and then just that cough is that's it, and then it's that's all it takes. That's all it takes. So even with
and I feel the common view on the mask is that it's wow, I just lost the word. I can't think today. It's an inconvenience, but majority agree that it's a minor inconvenience.
Yeah, I
get it. It's not like you're wearing a mask 24/7.
Yeah.
If you want to get the mask off, do your freaking shopping within 15 minutes, and then you'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah,
get out.
Exactly.
Get
okay, you cannot make
off.
it. Hold on, you cannot make a Target run in 15 minutes. So
yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. You put on the eye covers that have horses, so you have tunnel vision, and you don't see the freaking other aisles, and only go for what you're going for.
Yeah, that's it.
God.
Put on your phone and be like, time in.
That's right.
Hold your breath and see if you can get your shopping done.
But there's a Starbucks when I walk in.
Oh God.
Oh
yeah, but with your normalcy, or wow, I'm really bad with words today. Words are hard. But I'm sure you probably pre-order your Starbucks before getting into the Target, so that way it's ready for you.
Does that one have pre-order?
I have no idea.
A lot of them.
No, but the one right across the street, the actual Starbucks across the street.
Oh yeah.
Then the people inside the Target, they're gonna look at you and be like, "Where did you get that Starbucks? You cheating on us? You cheating on us? I knew you were coming in today. You're going across the street.
I got across the street.
Sorry. Yeah, that is actually kind of hard in Target though.
If he goes often enough, they'll know him like Chick-fil-A used to know him. So that way they just have it ready, or just know him by name.
Hey man, how's it going?
I don't miss Chick-fil-A.
That's fair.
I don't.
I mean,
that's
fair.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
that it's going to happen with Starbucks.
Super weird to say. Those words feel super weird to say.
Why?
That I don't miss Chick-fil-A.
I miss Chick-fil-A.
You miss Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were good. There was good food. They had some good stuff. But I don't agree with their policies, so I stopped eating there.
It's like an In-N-Out burger. Don't you guys have one in Arizona now?
Yeah, I go there
There's
all
one-
the time.
Yeah.
Right next to
Protein,
Chick-fil-A.
dude, protein style all day, baby. Yeah, that's my stop. If I'm like super hungry and I like, I'll 4x4
Jeez,
protein style.
Sir.
Yeah.
What the hell's a 4x4?
4 meat patties, 4 cheese,
Good
wrapped
Lord.
in lettuce, baby.
I mean, what's the point of you going
Still
protein
wrapped in
style?
lettuce? What's the point of wrapped in lettuce for 4x4
I don't know.
No,
You get a little
okay.
crunch.
carbs.
Just
No
making
sure.
carbs.
Well, no carbs
sir.
because I'm keto, so
No,
like no
like
carbs.
high
but-
protein.
No bread.
Oh
High
hell
protein.
yeah, high protein. I gotta get full somehow. No joke, dude. It is not easy. Even the imitation noodles for keto. Oh my god, bro! Like they do nothing.
Oh,
I
bet
eat
they do
more.
nothing.
I eat more meatballs than noodles.
That makes sense.
Wow.
There.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
But you still have to have like specific keto good meatballs, right? Because you can't have the breadcrumbs that hold it all together.
Oh no, like like turkey meatballs or like full on like yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
no, nothing like that. Nothing breaded or
Mhm.
anything like that. Other than some chicken breasts, like it's okay if they're a little breaded because it's those are the only carbs I'm having.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So
I don't
Or he
know,
just
like
or he
like-
just
like Mad
cheats and get a
Nice?
pizza.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
I had
or like
oh
Mad
my
Nice said,
god,
try that
oh my
KFC chicken
god,
sandwich.
oh my god, bro, that was so I've cheated meals like once every blue moon. And
Okay.
labor what was the last holiday? Memorial Day? It was Memorial Day.
4th of July.
4th of July. 4th of
Yes.
July. So Saturday
Just trying to extend that blue moon there.
Oh man. Saturday I totally cheated dinner. I got a small stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. I mauled that thing. I destroyed it. And it was the most delicious like meal. It was like it felt like I like people in keto probably know what I'm talking about. Like when you actually have like something you craved or some like carbs, like that has to be the equivalent of like what like a last meal is. You know what I mean? Like
wow,
man,
that's a little stretch.
I don't know,
It is a
maybe a bit of a stretch, but let me just say it's to that caliber where
Hey,
it is just
he was
delicious.
He was good and didn't even have a piece of cake at my son's birthday party. His godson's birthday party.
Yeah, it was all protein. All protein that day.
All protein.
A protein cake.
Now,
Sure.
no.
I'm
That
just
being
picturing
said,
a meatball cake, like just or meatloaf.
We had
just
some
something,
good-
just like
I had meatloaf 2 days
big
ago.
old slice.
Thanks, Mom.
There you go.
Thanks, Mom.
hey, we had good food that day though.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
teriyaki chicken on the grill,
Ooh,
slow
nice.
cooked, good, nice grilled sweet
Some good-
corn.
Some classic hot dogs. Hot dogs with a lot of mustard. It was good.
Yeah.
So good.
Sheesh.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
Well, everybody,
So-
welcome to cooking game night.
Right.
What the heck, guys?
So hey, this is what we do. We go off on tangents. So
That's
hey,
right.
let's
So
talk about.
we need like a cooking competition episode. Where
Oh,
it's like
hell
chops.
no, man.
Hey, you know what? I will throw this out to Khalif and Vicious in Paris, right?
Oh,
Paris Lily.
don't.
We'll host
Are
it.
you?
Oh,
are
my
you doing?
God.
That'd be fun.
Are you challenging them to grilling?
No. I'm
No,
just
he
saying
wants to
we'll
judge.
we'll host them.
He
Oh,
wants to
okay.
host and
Oh.
judge.
We'll
okay,
host them
cool.
doing their own little
Yeah,
cooking
yeah.
segments and
Oh, I
whatnot.
like
and
that.
we could have some fun with that.
That'd be cool.
They've been trying to have a contest in person for a while now and settle that thing, but no. But let's talk about the gaming crashing game night. So
Mhm.
Last of Us.
It's only in the title.
It's only in the title.
Nah.
Anyway, so Last of Us TV show announced
can't wait.
that Anna Torv, who was the voice of Noriko in Heavenly Sword,
Hmm.
as well as she was Olivia in Fringe, will be playing Tess.
Cool.
Now,
Oh, okay.
one of the things that I missed was that Gabriel Luna, who was Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., was cast as Tommy.
I like it.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah,
He
I like
looks
that.
like he's related to Pedro Pascal. So
Right.
Mhm.
It goes with the
Um,
casting. Also on another note, I'm glad he's still working because I like him.
Oh yeah, he's
as
good.
an actor. I thought he was really good as Ghost Rider, and I was really hoping they'd go further with the character. But
like when he was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he did great with his intensity throughout the entire character.
Yeah,
like it was so close to where it's like you almost want to hate him, but you feel for him. You sympathize so well with him, and that was a good Ghost Rider.
I would almost say like he was definitely the standout character in that season. Like I thought he did very well too. I agree.
And still far better than Nick Cage as Ghost Rider.
have they put out a release date for the Last of Us show yet?
Not yet. They're still filming it.
Okay.
So I would guess probably spring 2022 at this point.
Okay.
If maybe summer.
Like
summer.
Yeah.
Depends on how intricate it is, I guess.
I guess that depends. When's the PS5 remaster of Last of Us coming
out? Well, you got to think it wants to be built into an audience. So I would think like June-ish, like cross promotion with maybe E3 or some of the gaming shows that obviously come out around that time, or summer, because it's HBO, right? Because they usually have two showing seasons during one for each half of the year. So it just depends, but I would say like summer is when it's like it would be promoted.
And I would imagine that Last of Us, what is it, Factions, or whatever that their multiplayer thing is going to be called. I would imagine that, and probably a remaster or a PS5 version of the original Last of Us will probably launch alongside of it. Because then you have people, right, that have never played Last of Us, kind of getting to know these characters, and they're going to want to play Last of Us.
Oh yeah, and plus, I really hope since HBO is taking it over, like they kind of stick very close to the actual like story.
Me too. I hope so.
A lot of adaptations don't really.
I kind of have a question for you guys though. Do you guys think if they do come out with a re-release for Last of Us 1, do you think that they would do a full overhaul, making it look like as detailed as 2? Or
like it would be in the 2 engine.
Certainly.
Yeah, it would be in the 2 engine.
So you think they would take that the time in? Because I do as well. But I think a cop out would be if they just did like a remake and like made it look a little pretty, like, oh, it's running off PS5, but it's not made for PS5.
Well, I mean, honestly, even if you use the Uncharted Lost Legacy, Uncharted 4 engine, and put Last of Us into that engine, you'd still be getting a massive upgrade, because that Lost Legacy looks incredible on PS5. It runs extremely good on 5. So if you do it at least in that engine, you're good. But I would imagine they're probably already dumping it into the Last of Us Part 2 engine. You may even have, we don't really know what Blue Point's really working on right now completely. So you could have Blue Point working on that. There's also that other.
I hope they it's worthy of putting it through like the time and effort to have it look like 2.
Sony. I mean, here's my money.
Yeah.
I will pony up. Heck, you do the Uncharted trilogy in the Uncharted 4 engine.
Oh yeah.
Here's my money.
Collector's edition too.
Here's my money.
Oh yeah.
Now when we're talking about here's my money, one studio that is no longer going to get my money after the bombshell this week would be Activision. So for anybody that really wants to understand what the full lawsuit and see the details, you can Google it out there. Bloomberg has a really good article on it, as far as what it is, but here's the high level overview of it, is that the state of California's labor board is alleging that Activision fostered a frat boy culture, discriminated against female employees in terms of conditions of employment, pay, assignments, promotion, termination. Also, leadership did not prevent this, as well as did not prevent the harassment and retaliation for anybody that came forward and said, hey, this is what's going on. They had what was called cube crawls. So anybody that kind of does them, it's like the pub crawls, right? You're going from pub to pub, drinking. Well, in this cases, they called them cube crawls, where they would go from cube to cube, getting drunk, and engaging in inappropriate behavior towards their female coworkers.
That's a thing.
Okay.
Do they actually work at
right,
Activision?
Right. That sounds weird.
It kind of get, male employees would play COD while delegating their work to female employees, while they would also openly joke about rape towards said female coworkers. There was one part in the allegation, which the full thing is out online, is that one of the women were up for a possible promotion. She did not get it. She was passed over by somebody else that was friends with the manager, director over this whole team.
Wow.
He had less experience.
Yeah.
And then he turned around and delegated all of his work to her and went and played COD.
Wow, dude.
They're
ass backwards.
There were employees that were held back from promotions because it was thought that they might get pregnant. Think about that.
Yeah.
They're not going to allow a woman to move up when she rightfully deserves it and she's earned it, because she might get pregnant.
Yeah.
Whereas there have been numerous occasions where pregnant women have excelled in doing things beyond
100%.
beyond what people think that they should be doing while pregnant.
So
damn, dude.
There was another employee that took her life due to the intense sexual harassment she received, including at a company holiday party. Nude photos of her were being passed around.
Jeez, are you kidding me?
This is just high level. There's some very, very graphic stuff that is very much, I forewarn anybody that goes and checks it out, it is very much a trigger warning.
Damn.
It is horrible. These women make up 20% of Activision's workforce, and they were all under this. Now, in the lawsuit, state of California is seeking compliance with workplace protections, which are by law already there. Unpaid wages, pay adjustments, back pay, and lost wages and benefits for the female employees.
Good.
Now, here's where things get absolutely shit-tastic and makes me really, really not want to support Activision, because this is just an excerpt from the entire lengthy response they put out. That if you want to, IGN's got it on their website. You can go look at it. But this one paragraph reads, the DFEH, which is basically the state of California's labor board, includes distorted and in many cases false descriptions of Blizzard's past. We have been extremely cooperative with the DFEH throughout their investigation, including providing them with extensive data and ample documentation, but they refused to inform us of what issues they perceived. They were required by law to adequately investigate and to have good faith discussions with us to better understand and to resolve any claims or concerns before going to litigation, but they failed to do so. Instead, they rushed to file an inaccurate complaint. As we will demonstrate in court, we are sickened by the reprehensible conduct of the DFEH to drag into the complaint the tragic suicide of an employee whose passing has no bearing whatsoever on this case and with no regard for her grieving family. While we would find this behavior to be disgraceful and unprofessional, it is unfortunately an example of how they conducted themselves throughout the course of the investigation. It is this type of irresponsible behavior from unaccountable state bureaucrats that are driving many of the state's best businesses out of California. Let that sink in, because the woman committing suicide was because of the intense sexual harassment she was receiving. This lawsuit is about that. It's about sexual harassment. It is about the toxicity that Activision was breeding, yet you don't think it has any bearing. No offense, this is like Publix out in the East Coast. It was a major grocery chain who basically told their employees, you cannot wear a mask because it might instill fear in our customers. That's like telling that, that person's family that, hey, guess what? Your son or daughter just died from COVID, but that has no bearing on what the issue is, which actually did happen for Publix down in Florida. The fact that they're saying that it has no bearing, that they're just saying it's a bunch of unaccountable state bureaucrats. I don't care if it's your past or not. Their whole entire response is they're not even accepting blame. At least Ubisoft, when they got nailed for all their toxic workplace crap, they at least came out and said, hey, our bad. We're going to work to be better at this.
Yeah.
Yes, they've said, Activision's like, oh, we've instituted, we've updated our conduct policy. We've instituted a hotline and a team to deal with these investigations. That's all a bunch of cover bullshit. Yeah. You know what? And this is, unfortunately, this is a sign of what goes on in a lot of game studios out there. With Ubisoft, we had Quantic Dream, who did Detroit and all of that. They got, tagged for a lot of, workplace misconduct stuff. And I think at this point as a whole, though, I think this is the worst stuff, though, when you're fostering it and letting it get to this degree where you have cube crawls. I feel bad for anybody that has worked in that environment. There's even some male employees now that are coming forward that felt discriminated against, and they feared retaliation if they spoke up in defense of these women. So if you have everybody fearing for retaliation, that's a problem, regardless if you've changed in the last year. Unfortunately,
that supports the lawsuit, because what evidence is Activision going to be able to supply that they're supporting or preventing this if nobody's coming forward because they're afraid of retaliation in the first place? So you have no data to provide in order to actually fight this.
Yeah, and especially with those retaliation things, you everyone can say something, but then it's like you are shunned, you are picked on, you
are blacklisted,
you are bullied, you are just straight target, public enemy number one kind of deal. And that's where a lot of people, when they look at that retaliation and they see that there's no discipline for it, it's just it's going to go on deaf ears. Why make the point? They just kind of say.
And if you've made this change, to your culture, right? Where are the people responsible being fired and us seeing those announcements? We haven't in the last 2 years. Ubisoft, it was very, very public. They fired executives and VPs and basically told them it's either quit or be fired. And in some cases, it may not have been sexual harassment, but it may have been perceived as, well, there was reported harassment, and some people did, were let go from Ubisoft as well, which in some of those cases, yes, it's there's two sides to every story. But in this case, is when you've had a 2-year investigation going on and you're uncovering this much stuff, it's horrible. And I hate to say it, I'm kind of looking for a reason to get rid of COD anyways. So I'll take that 200 gig back on my external hard drive.
Hell yeah.
The 700.
It's only 200 now?
No.
That seems a little small.
They actually trimmed it. It's 184 now or something like that.
Not the 600 gig that you're used to. I can install it.
No, I finally have room. Actually, I'm excited. Next month, that Kena Bridge of Spirits game comes out.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it's only digital, so I'm going to be buying my first digital game.
Oh, sir. I saw you probably bought a digital game before.
Game,
I know,
yeah.
probably.
Well, nothing other than like indies. But this is going to be a full-fledged. This is a PS5 game.
First major title.
Major title that is not available, that doesn't have a disc version that he's going to have to buy.
And I've already researched that, like, maybe like a year or two down the line, they might make a physical version, depending on how it does. So I have looked.
So. But I think that's the funny thing that when you kind of look at stuff like that, right? You bring up PlayStation, but you don't really hear about a lot of the stuff happening at PlayStation.
That's different.
Xbox. No, I mean,
Sony's a lot bigger, and they have a lot of departments where Sony game studios are probably merged with other like maybe movie studios or somewhat in the same building. So like there's a lot more stricter like corporate rules there. Where I think that like they're handled.
But what I was going to say is you don't hear about it with Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation.
Xbox the same way. I would say like they're so big. They need to have like they need to instill those rules, even though it's probably loose and like casual. But I would be surprised if I heard something of Microsoft like having that kind of problem.
Even like, okay, you want to look at the subsidiaries like Insomniac before it went back to being a PlayStation studio. You didn't really hear anything happening there.
True. Yeah.
Iron Galaxy, who is the team behind Killer Instinct on the Xbox. They've been voted as one of the best places to work.
Yeah, but this is the company that makes COD, man. Like
this is Activision Blizzard. There's some stories coming out.
Blizzard surprised. Blizzard very surprised, but yeah, I remember years ago hearing about the Warcraft team, like constant 24-hour binges are having to work to make the next expansion, which is like insane.
Yeah, apparently there's an additional one because I'm reading the actual drafted lawsuit. All defendants include Activision Blizzard Incorporated, aka Activision Blizzard, Blizzard Entertainment Incorporated, aka Blizzard, Activision Publishing Incorporated, and Does 1 through 10. I'm not familiar with Does 1 through 10, but apparently they're included.
Oh wow,
interesting.
Like a sister studio or something? I don't know.
It might be because the whole I know I'm gonna put some joke and some light on.
Oh, it's a legal jargon for 1 through 10. They're including defendants without really per se naming them, I guess.
Okay. Gotcha.
But
everything under Activision and Blizzard, I guess.
Another person that needs to be put on that list is Sylvanas Windrunner, man. She got a big shaft on the WoW scene. Like a lot of people did not like the lore that it went towards, and so she might need to be put on that list as well. Just as a digital little.
Yeah. So to all of those people that have had to deal with anything related to that. And I know for a lot of people, there are some people that I follow that are in the gaming industry that have gone through this stuff. For those people that have gone through this, this is triggering a lot of bad memories. And to that, I am truly sorry that it has been fostered at the at the corporate level at that. So,
but something's being done now, and hopefully
let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with the lawsuit.
And hopefully
it's 2021 too. Come on, guys. Like, it's 2021. It's like there are way more female like going into this computer
into the
sciences.
Workplace. Yep.
Or still evolve a little bit. What the hell is this cube crawl thing?
Like,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, is that a thing?
Like, please, like, it's still a job.
I was actually really surprised to hear that. Like, really? Like,
if your bosses are letting you just go walk around, be drunk.
Yeah, I know.
Like, yes, we all want a job that we have fun at, but it's not a job to go get drunk at.
No, it's a job to pull chairs out from people.
Yeah, to just literally go and walk around and do nothing. Like, what are you getting paid to walk around and do
the
nothing?
sandwich story. That was funny.
you'll be getting paid to walk around, do nothing, just like, hey, like.
I mean, it's one thing.
Is it supposed to be the evolution, or like
Right.
it's like devolved from the like water?
I mean, it's just
cooler,
it's just something that you never hear in the workspace. Like you hear about a Christmas party, stuff like that, but like like a pub crawl type deal in the office, like that's a lot. Actually,
it's Wednesday.
Like, I mean, I get having like, hey man, we're having a couple beers at the lunchroom, like
it's Whiskey Wednesday.
Yeah, we're done or something like that. You know what I mean? Or that, but like not to get hammered, but like
special occasions, like holiday parties.
Like, so
damn, like a pub
maybe
crawl
Fourth of July.
I think what's
I don't know.
Worse than all this is the amount of people that are defending Activision over this. Like, there's a couple of threads that I was a part of that we were discussing this on Twitter, right? And people were taking excerpts out of their Activision's response and going, well, see, they're lying. I'm sorry, but
how do you defend it though? Like, just in general, like,
once again, you guys, these are WoW and COD players.
I mean, a lot's come out about COD too, that there's a lot of rampant, not safe for work things going on over in COD that Activision is not doing about anything. I mean, Activision hasn't done anything about
for
the cheating
most
going
part,
over there, so.
like people get the most hate and the most harassment on what? On COD, man.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows, like if you go online, it can get toxic. It's known for that. I mean, so
we've heard it. I mean, when we didn't have the chat, muted, we've heard those conversations. So
yeah.
So hopefully it gets itself settled out and justice is served in the way it's supposed to be served. Let the courts deal with it. Let everything hit. Let the cards lay out and go from there. So,
she's as cold as ice.
If anybody wants more details on this, I would actually recommend going to that Bloomberg Law article, and they have attached the actual lawsuit, and there are some interesting details and named names in here that are quite surprising, and I would actually encourage reading this.
Wow.
Yeah,
and
like really high up executives being named for and giving examples on what their behavior was or being claimed to be, and it's just really bad.
And the thing is, though, in the lawsuit, it does have some very, very graphic talks, including about what actually was going on at that holiday party as well, which it's way too graphic for us to even talk about on
you know what, hopefully this is the little spark that like opens up the floodgates, and like this doesn't stop like here. Maybe we'll like hopefully we'll see some more lawsuits come out about, because that's just insane. Like,
yeah, because it's not only Activision. There's tons of companies.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm thinking that. And then the other thing is like, dude, like that's crap you hear of watching a crazy comedy movie or something like that. That's insane. Yeah. That's crazy that they would conduct themselves that way and allow that to happen. And the fact that it's the higher ups is like, wow, that's insane.
Yep.
So I hope everyone gets their due, man. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. So I definitely say everybody, go read the actual article, go read the,
I'm gonna have to check the
attached file and whatnot. Because it is
going hard. There is a lot of cause of action in this lawsuit.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
So, all right. So let's talk about EA Play.
Hey-o.
All right, so today they came out. It wasn't anything show stopping or anything for an EA Play, but you got they gave an overview of Codemasters racing games, because they finally said, hey, Codemasters part of the EA family, and then it was revealed that Grid Legends is coming out. They are using XR tech. So Grid is a racing game.
Yeah.
It deals with F1 open wheel.
Okay.
so they're coming out with a new game, kind of a story mode, and kind of become a legend, so to speak. But they're using the XR tech, which was used for the Mandalorian, where they make it look like you're building these extravagant sets, but you're not, because it's all computer generated and all of that. Apex Legends announced the new Legend Seer, who gets a heartbeat sensor, tracking drones, and then his ultimate is a tracking sphere. An indie title from their EA Originals line called Lost in Random, which uses stop motion character design, kind of like the old claymation style, or like a robot chicken style design. It looked really cool.
Let's check that out.
I like those.
Cool. Me too.
Knockout City's getting new content. Battlefield 2042 is getting what they're calling a portal platform, which allows people to go in and create their own custom stuff, where you can mix and match different stuff between Battlefield 3, Battlefield 2042, Bad Company, among others. Like, you could do modern era versus World War II. You could go guns versus snipers. You could do whatever knives and sniper. You can just combine it all up, and then
combine it all.
And then the big announcement, though, was that Dead Space is making its return.
Oh, dude, I saw. Wow. Oh man, on one of my breaks, I checked out the new trailer.
Very quick teaser trailer of Isaac sitting there.
But man, what a teaser trailer!
It is being done by EA Motive. It is essentially going to be a remake, and it is only next gen and PC.
Yes.
So pretty much it's going to be high def.
Yeah.
So you
dude, I'm excited.
I wasn't a fan.
To upgrade my GPU there.
Yeah,
I wasn't a fan of the original. Or just get it on your PlayStation.
I was.
You have a PS5.
I played all three. I played all three.
Jason doesn't have a PS5.
Dude. I don't have a PS5, so I might hit up on that PC. But my PC I just bought pretty recently, so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you got in there again? 2070, right?
Oh, I forget.
So
okay,
PC.
I just know it's not the 3080s. Like
if you can get one.
Yeah.
Supposedly that's gonna actually start getting available now with the whole
supposedly
with the Bitcoin data mining and everything, with that changing, not needing graphics card is heavily, so prices are going to go down supposedly.
They found a mining farm somewhere in the middle of Europe that was running PS4s.
Yep.
Dang, no way.
And it was ridiculous how many PS4s it was too. It was racks and racks of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of what PS4? Say one more
for
time.
Using the graphics.
They were using it
from the PS4 to mine it.
To mine Bitcoin and all of that cryptocurrency. So
that's fun.
And then also this week, Nintendo announced that Claymates, Jelly Boy, and Bomboozle are going to be coming to Switch Online. The only one I even remember out of any of those is Claymates.
I don't know any of those.
Bomboozle sounds familiar.
Like Claymates, you were these little like claymation style figures. It was like a platformer type game. It was interesting, but at that age when
Claymates,
Claymates.
Looking this up.
CLAYMATES. Claymates.
Oh, it was SNES, which I never had.
Yeah.
Okay.
You missed out. Anyways, also Pokemon Unite, which is a free start 5v5 game with optional in-game purchases, launched today on the 27th. So in 5 days, Jason finally gets his game in Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Dude, I've been kind of
Did you finish?
No, well, I'm on the last US game.
Okay.
But I've been kind of trying to blaze through it because I know it's just right around the corner.
Yep. And then you have an indie game called The Last Stop coming out, where you play as 3 different characters. Your choices shape the conversations. It's a supernatural event from the point of view of 3 different people.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it looked kind of interesting. I might pick it up. It's like $25. So, and then from some other games that are getting ready to come out here, you had Samurai Warriors 5 for the Switch and PS5, and I'm assuming Xbox came out, and Neo: The World Ends With You. And then one game that I've been looking forward to, which was supposed to be coming out this month, Little Devil Inside, has been postponed with no new date for it. Which Little Devil Inside was the one during the initial PS5 reveal state of play, essentially, where it was the guy, he was sitting on the toilet and you look into his mind and he's all doing other crap.
Okay. I knew you were talking about that.
That was the one that had the watercolor too, right? The watercolor style, artwork,
a little bit. Yeah, it had that
almost kind of like CGI. Yeah. Oh man, so that got postponed.
It is postponed. I don't know a date for it yet. I haven't really been able to find one. It was originally supposed to come out in July. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Bummer. Oh well, Kina next month, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And thanks to your son, watching him play Odyssey, I started a whole new run through on Odyssey.
I want to say,
your Switch is getting play now.
Who is 4 years old, is rocking at the game.
Oh boy.
Granted it's in assist mode, but he's having a lot of fun with it. Did you know you could turn into a tree?
No.
Yeah. I didn't know you could turn into a tree.
Yeah.
There's trees.
And a cactus.
Yeah. There's trees you can capture and turn into a tree. He's like, Daddy, where did I go? But the dinosaurs are around the corner.
Disappeared.
Like, you're in a tree. I'm like,
that's awesome.
So yeah, he's having a lot of fun with Mario Odyssey. So, so Theo, what you been playing besides Magic the Gathering, trying to build a deck that can beat Oppression?
I mean, I still need to play Oppression. I'm determined that deck that I played you last time would allow me to win against Oppression. Granted, I'd go into serious negatives for life total, but I still wouldn't lose.
No, because I can bounce shit with Oppression.
Depends on how many.
But he was kind of like he was winning for a bit at that first game. It was looking, it was looking pretty like
it needs to be tested, tried and proved. You got to get a good streak going.
But that was really entertaining.
His Oppression has a history, so
I have history, and it's much worse now. Oppression has been like put on steroids now, and it's ugly. It's very, very ugly. I sent Theo a picture of my board today, and it was bad.
Speaking of Magic, a little news. You know who started a Magic the Gathering podcast?
Pierre
did.
He's had that for a while, hasn't he?
A little bit, yeah.
What episode are they on?
I want to say a month or two.
I forget. Started. It's Good Game something, isn't it?
Good Game TG.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it's Pierre and his buddy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
GG MTG.
Saw that recently.
Shout out to you guys.
Good Game MTG.
We love you, Pierre.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all.
Love you, bro.
There.
Miss you.
But I other than playing MTG, which I did actually stream for the first time, I streamed some MTG.
Oh, dude, I'm totally sorry for not calling back. I totally passed out after.
It's all good, dude. It's all good, dude.
Passed out.
For streaming,
and I had to work
Oh yeah.
Oh, bummer.
No, literally, I got home.
No, you said you were on call.
I got home and got a freaking phone call.
Of course.
And I had to go to work. It's like
that's a bummer. Yeah.
So yeah,
which was actually fun. Like there was 2 people that actually joined in the chat. One of those people being Jason, which
What's
I greatly
up?
appreciate.
Boy, you gotta support your boy. Support your boy.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm so sorry, dude. I wanted to join.
No worries,
but yeah, I totally passed out. I'm not gonna lie.
It's always next time, dude. It's always next time.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna continue streaming. I think that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely weird essentially talking to myself for the first half hour.
Yep.
And just commenting on what I was doing or
I guess
what I was
we're gonna-
thinking. Like I don't ever talk my mind out loud. It's really weird.
It's actually quite therapeutic.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
I would
it is
agree with
actually.
that.
I
I
guess
do
we're gonna
that
have to
sometimes
put,
when I'm editing.
I guess we'll have to put Theo onto the hosting list then.
Hey.
There you go. Other than that, which is probably going to be on the next stream, I've been continuing my playthrough of God of War.
Woohoo!
I do want to watch. Tell me when you play, because I do want to watch that, or at
Okay.
least be there with you. Because I love that game. Even watching people play, I love that.
Probably
game.
going to stick to Mondays because that tends to be my best available day to stream. I'm probably going to stick to Mondays.
Alrighty. I like it. I like it a lot.
I don't even have the time right now with the fact that I've got it. You know, my 16-month-old has decided, hey, I don't want to sleep.
Kids. Oh, that stupid excuse. No, that's a good excuse. That sucks. Right? I'm sorry.
Wow.
No, that sucks, bro. Yeah.
This is
I mean,
where
you got to take care of the kids.
Call Jerry out the next time.
I know.
You know what your god uncle said? You know what your god uncle said?
What?
We don't care about you.
Like, Cody, who are you going to believe?
He just showed up with a Spider-Man toy box just to buy your lies, you know.
Oh yeah,
but
totally bought it. The first moment I saw it, I was like, boom, bot love right there. Yep.
So you bribe him. You
oh
like
hell
Funko.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Funko.
I have eight other nieces and nephews with one more on the way, with being 8. I know how to buy. I know how to buy love.
See, this is why you needed the corporate job in order to support your nieces.
Right.
All of my nieces.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, dude.
He had to get it to support his Toys to Life, you know, addiction, because he started going online on Amazon and looking at all the toy box designs, and he's like, well, I want this and
they're all based off of the Disney Infinity lines, but I think I'm going to keep cool.
Toys
called Disney Toy Box.
Dude, Theo, check it out. Disney Toy Box is the whole new line. They actually made figures and rendered from the Disney Infinity figures.
Similar,
but they made an action figure line, and it's all Disney Infinity animation like. But I think I'm gonna stick to like a couple characters that I really like, based on the animation, and maybe a Millennium Falcon.
Oh, before I forget, speaking of Marvel, since we're kind of just talking about that, the season finale of Loki and the season finale of WandaVision sync up.
Oh yeah,
27 minutes into the episode.
I saw that too.
Oh yeah, so
that's insane, dude. Marvel, they know what they're doing, so just trust in them. I'm just saying.
All right, Jason, what you've been playing?
Trust in them, even if you take every day of the week. Pretty soon they're gonna have a one season for every day of the week. Been trying to finish off the Phoenix Wright to get ready for the Great Ace Detective, or the next one coming up.
All right, your game is coming up soon.
Yeah. It's gonna be. It's been a while since I actually purchased the game. But I've Matt and Jerry to thank for that, because they've been handing off the non-digitals that Matt gets. The non-digitals. It's like, hey, here you go, man.
I also I actually might have some for you, because I'm rebuying Death Stranding and Ghost of Tsushima. So if you don't have those, they're yours.
For the PS5, just digital.
He's getting PS5 versions, so
I'm getting PS5 versions. They're PS4, so I have the PS4 version.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting physical.
Hell yeah.
They're coming out physically. So so you can have my PS4 versions if you want.
See, and that's what the great thing about physical copies are. Just letting you know, people out there,
spreading the love.
They spread the love.
Here you go, bro.
Like, hey, you know what? This is a great game. You should try this out.
Jason, here you are.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I feel like the other slogan for that is like, oh, you like hand-me-downs? Here you go.
Thank you, you know what? You know what? Having brothers and sisters. Yeah, I took hand-me-downs.
There's no shame. There's no shame. You always get the old stuff, never the new.
The next time you buy a used game, you're gonna be like, oh man, you know what? Jason was right.
See, the thing with buying digital, you can't buy a used digital game.
Yeah.
Nope.
No. But I've been playing that. Nothing much really. Just been trying to catch up on TV shows a little bit.
Not Marvel.
Not Marvel.
What TV shows are you working on right now?
So I finished off Superstore. That one was very funny.
Superstore. I didn't like how it ended. Didn't like how it ended.
Yeah, it was a rush job.
Yeah,
I stopped after the big storm hit the store. So like third season, I think.
I don't even think that's I think that's really early, dude. Yeah. That's very early on. You still got like another 4 or 5 seasons.
And it even goes through the last season as like a COVID season too.
Yeah,
very funny.
Wow,
it's very funny, very relevant. So I finished that off. Finishing off Community. Hopefully,
I'm doing Community too right now, man.
Dude,
I love that show.
6 seasons in a movie,
especially
man.
With Donald Glover.
Oh
my god, so good with Donald Glover.
As they lost people in the show.
Troy and Abed in the morning.
It did start to decline, so I was like,
yeah.
But it's okay. But doing a Community, what else? Other than that, just trying to catch up on shows, just relax for a little bit. Not much gaming. You know, like I need to get back on it, but watching my wife play Last of Us once in a while.
Ooh,
nice. Matt, what have you been playing?
I did go visit my island.
Was it overrun with weeds?
Was it?
It was overrun with some weeds.
Was it in Easter mode? What?
No, it was still where it was at normally. I had to go find a new resident because one I forgot I kicked out.
Oh no! You kicked it out. Okay.
Well, he's like, "Hey, I want to go travel," and I was like, "Yeah, you can go." So now I have 2 teachers now in my island now, which is kind of cool.
Cool.
Of course, more MLB The Show. I am now.
How's the season?
34-16.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah.
The best pitching staff in baseball. Now my offense, my batting average is fairly good, but I can't hit a home run to save my life. We have
story of my life.
25 home runs on the season, but no, there's that. I did reinstall Gran Turismo Sport to give it another try because I was itching for a racing game. I tried to go back to Drive Club. I just can't. Drive Club is just too arcadey and rubber bandy, and
a lot of racing games usually are, unless you disable it.
Yeah, well, Drive Club didn't really have that. It was all built into the coding and whatnot. So, but it was still like super sensitive on the controls and whatnot. But and I didn't like the views because I haven't played it in Drive Club in years. But no, Gran Turismo, I'm having fun with it. Won my first actual race.
Nice.
Driving the WRX STI.
Subaru,
of
course.
Subi. Been playing Magic the Gathering. I've been fine tuning my decks, which my historic mill deck now has a combination that is 100% mill.
Jesus,
sick.
As I did send you guys the video on that, it was a 200 card mill.
It's funny,
and then I turned around and exiled all of it.
It's funny that you do.
I really wish I knew what you were talking about, but awesome, good for you, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, you right on, bro.
Yeah,
right
up. That's awesome. Milling, totally cool.
But Jason,
this is why you're a good cheer squad. You're just like, I'm just gonna cheer for you. I don't know for what.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
Good for you, man.
But I when I was watching Theo's stream, I was like, you know what? Like that new Forgotten Realms packs that are coming out. It's like, I want to kind of make a dungeon deck. It is worst.
There's some fun mechanics in that.
It's a fun mechanic to do, but it is a terrible thing. Like
it is terrible for Magic, but it's a fun.
It's terrible for Magic, but I'm playing.
I will tell you this though. I may have had a moment. Just a moment of wanting to possibly buy a couple packs a couple Pokemon packs.
Okay.
A moment.
Don't do it, man.
But I think that would open the floodgates to something like much bigger that I don't think I can handle.
We know how you are with amiibos and Infinity figures.
Yeah, and like I remember how I used to be with cards. I still have my box of like X-Men, Marvel, and baseball and football cards that I could not part with, and I still have them. Mm-hmm. But I remember how I used to get into cards, and yeah, it's like how I am right now with comics.
Mm-hmm. But like Jason, though,
get into it. Matt knows exactly how bad I am with cards.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's bad. He wanted play sets of every card in exist in the sets.
Play sets.
per set that came out, and they came out like what, every 2 to 3 months?
3 months.
Easily dropped $750 minimum per set.
Yeah.
So each release of a new set of cards.
So
like
for Magic?
with Pokemon,
yes,
for Magic.
Oh, okay.
Easily.
Yeah. So he could get play sets of all the cards.
Play set is 4 cards.
Is four cards, because you can only have 4 cards of one kind in a deck.
Yep. So, like Jason, I have kind of gotten hooked on a show. Granted, it's on YouTube and Amazon Prime. Of course, it's no shocker, but it's called Launch Control, and it is a show that is about the Subaru Motorsports rally team. It kind of goes through their season and talks about a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes of racing.
That's cool.
But one of the coolest parts about it is at the end of the last season was Travis Pastrana, who is huge on the X Games side of the equation, going back years and years, him and Dave Mirra and all them, and Colin McRae. But he gets to drive a 862 horsepower Subaru WRX STI for Gymkhana. Anybody that likes car racing or not, go watch this, because it's insane what he does.
Looking at the thumbnails here, it actually looks like a pretty cool show.
It's fun because you actually get to learn about what goes into building the cars and being a race car driver and stuff like that. So it'd be along the lines of like if you're into NASCAR or F1 or anything like that, just going in and understanding how the cars are built, what goes into them, what goes in on race day, seeing behind the scenes stuff that you normally wouldn't do. So yeah, they show.
What is the game that this is like kind of reminding me of? It's like Drift?
Dirt. You're thinking Dirt.
Dirt. Thank you.
Probably Dirt, yeah.
Or WRC.
So a lot like
World
Dirt.
Rally Car. Yep. So
cool.
But yeah, Theo, since you're on it and looking at it, after we're done, go watch the Gymkhana 2020 video.
Because I see best of 2020 right now. All I did was search for.
I'll send you the link, but it's entertaining. It would be up Jerry's wheelhouse with Fast and the Furious.
Yeah,
because of the stunts he pulls off. It's ridiculous how like the stunts he pulls off in the Gymkhana car. So, cool. Jerry, what have you been playing besides Mario Odyssey?
I just started Mario Odyssey. Yeah. What else? What else have I been? A little bit more of Breath of the Wild. I've kind of been getting back into my Switch a little bit. I'm kind of happy about that because it's been kind of on hiatus for a while. And other than that, I've actually been trying to catch up on my reading, my comic books, man. So I'm catching up on X-Men right now and catching up on Thor.
He's making me want to read X-Men right now.
And but if I can, the one thing I'm really trying to make priority right now is The Last Ronin, the Ninja Turtles run. I like, if I can suggest that to anybody, if you're even remotely a Turtle fan, read this. It is so good. One of the original creators of the Turtles came back to do this book with someone else, with another writer, and man, it is the artwork. But most of the story is ridiculously good.
Okay, so I need to fly out to Arizona and just read your collection, right?
Yes. Dude, book that whenever you want. Please.
So come down the night of August 19th.
Yeah,
we'll pack you some comic books for the ride out to Arizona, or out to California from Arizona.
I also have them digitally, so like we can both read together.
So I fly into Arizona, we drive to Cali, and then I fly over to Dublin, Ohio, and then I'll fly back to LA, and we drive to Arizona, and then I come back home.
I thought Virginia was that weekend.
Dude, you'll be traveling like a rock star.
Yeah, you're right. Virginia is that weekend. Next week is Dublin, Ohio.
So don't worry about Virginia because it's probably just going to rain it all out. So just change your flight. 19th, fly on out. We'll drive out to Cali.
Boom.
Hang out with Jason for a couple of days.
We're going to some Knicks
and Frankensons.
That sounds good. The only downside is that I have a commitment to somebody else there that's sharing my reservation, so it kind of leaves them out high and dry.
Yeah,
or cold and wet.
So
yeah,
with that though, I want to thank everybody that stopped in on the stream tonight. I know part of it was a very heavy conversation with everything that's going on with Activision and with COVID, but thank you guys.
But hey, those conversations have to happen though.
They have to, and we would not be who we are without covering those, especially since at the end of every show, we generally talk about getting vaccinated, supporting Black Lives Matter, all of that. So it would be remiss if we didn't support those things. So,
absolutely.
But if you like what you saw, please don't forget to hit that, follow, subscribe button, hit those like buttons as well. So with that, don't forget to head on over to Crashing Game Night. We are trying to get a little bit of stuff going on over there. I have a bunch of shots I need to upload digital photography wise. So I have to get those uploaded to the website as well as my photography page. And I want to say, everybody, be excellent to each other. Stay frosty.
That's right. Stay frosty, cold, or bundle up, get some coffee or some iced tea, and then party it up, guys. That's right. Have fun, get loose, but be safe. Be safe, mask up, and also, guys, show your support. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Support your LGBTQ plus communities, please. Like we all said, if you see something, talk about it, record it, say something. Staying quiet cannot be tolerated anymore. So show your support, lend a hand, give a hug if you have consent, and just generally be kind and show some love. Thank you, guys, and thank you, nerds.
Definitely. As we said previously, please get vaccinated. There's a lot of news going out there letting people know that it's actually, we're getting mandated again. Myself in the Los Angeles district, we are back at mandates where we have to wear masks again. If we go out into public, it is located on every door that we walk into now. So it's pretty much we've gone back in time.
Stop going backwards.
Yeah, we need to stop going backwards. We need to keep going forwards. Please get vaccinated. As you heard earlier from Matt, people are still dying from COVID, and it is mostly 99% of the people are unvaccinated.
Yep.
It still doesn't mean that you can't get it if you are vaccinated, but still be safe out there, man. Like, wear a mask, social distance still a little bit. I mean, I know people are getting a lot more closer, but you can still wear a mask. It's like I said earlier, I have a lot of cool masks that my wife had made for me, and I was like excited and ecstatic. You can get like designer masks, you can get a mask that says, hey, like go Dodgers,
or you can be like one of those guys that has those videos of wearing masks that's just a picture of their face.
Those are hilarious.
Just to annoy people, just to trigger people.
So please mask up, please get vaccinated. It is very important that we hopefully get to 2022 with some actual like regular stuff. We have the Olympics now. The Olympics now are being
they're actually talking about a possible cancellation of the Olympics right now because so many people are testing positive for COVID.
Exactly. The Olympics now are being
I think at least
from postponed.
I think I heard a volleyball player from USA tested positive.
Yeah.
So
it is no joke. Like, please, guys, get vaccinated, get safe. You know, maybe we'll have the Summer and Winter Olympics next year. That'd be crazy, but I doubt it.
I doubt it.
More like E3 and Comic-Con.
Yeah, E3 Comic-Con.
So
boom.
Evo. But anyways, happy National Hammock Day, guys. Rest and relax. Want to point that one out today.
With that,
you would
July
know that.
22nd. You know,
with that,
happy National Hammock Day.
Theo, send us on out.
Thanks everybody for listening. Thanks for watching. We always appreciate you joining us with these shenanigans. But until next time, TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Good night, everybody.